Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with another episode of the Life and Times of Troy and Hendricks. You got Hendricks, man. I got my boy Troy with me, and y'all know we had to do it again, man.
We had to do it again. And in the words of my guy J. Cole, we back.
We back.
We back.
Yeah, man. We got a lot to talk to y'all about, man. Before I get into anything, I definitely want to say, um, happy birthday to my beautiful daughter, Giselle Rihanna Hoskins. Before we start this episode, always gotta pay homage to the great ones when it's their time being great.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Beautiful woman, man. She been here for a year, and she's definitely the reason I do everything. So I'm excited, and we got another year down, and we got 150 more to go. So that's where I'm at right now, man. How you feeling? Talk to me.
Feeling good, man. You know, it's been a good week. And what I would just say is we do this pod. Of course you hope people watch it. And
We trying to get rich. No.
nah, but you just hope people see it. And we in the early stages. The things you want is consistency. But I think the biggest thing that stood out to me this past week is just knowing that, and it wasn't that big, but just knowing that like two people, like they acknowledged the pod.
Yeah.
My guy Delon was like the beginning of the episode was important with some good talk. And we had a lot of real talk talking about, leaning on others, getting ourselves together, and not being afraid to reach out for help. And then shout out to the Lots, one
Mm,
of my spiritual fathers,
yeah.
Jared Lott, his wife Tarlise.
Great guy.
But she called and I won't say what the conversation was about, but she was like, yeah, he talks about you guys all the time. He's so proud of you, but he watches all of your podcasts. And that is the reason why I want to keep going, why I want to keep trying to get better at this, because you just never know who's watching.
Yeah.
And that just made my week, man.
I was talking to Britta. I was talking to your wife before we started the pod, and she was just, we've always had our elaborate conversations about how conceited I am and how at times, I feel that she could be that way, but when other people validate you, you got to believe what they saying, and you got to keep working. Cause she was just talking to me about like how she had been helping people and looking out for people, and they had gave her a gift. But when people validate you, like I said, when people talk about you and when people say you are a certain thing, you gotta sometimes be proud of that, and really like accept your roses. So it's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's beautiful the small feedback that we getting. Like I said, I think when we talked on the last episode, the rest was well needed.
Yeah.
And because of that, because we moving in a more pure energy, you're gonna have stuff like that. There's gonna be people. I expect people to be coming out of the woodwork saying that this is effective because it's a pure place and it's good content. So, we just gonna keep pushing at it. We always love the support from the fans. We in our primitive stages, but we gonna keep it rolling.
And we're gonna get into the show after this point, but I was just thinking about it earlier. It's your daughter's birthday today. My son's birthday was Tuesday,
Yes,
and we're
sir.
celebrating his festivities today.
Yep.
And
Big dog.
we
Big
just
dog Tristan.
look at everything it goes into these parties, and you can understand it now. You know why we go so hard and we paying for things, and it just reminded me of that recognition we got. Drake say we don't get no trophies for this.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now I'm
Fact.
seeing we do get trophies. The trophies is those people that acknowledging you, and that's the most of the time. That's all you want.
Mhm.
I don't need a trophy. I just want to know that hey, that hard work paying off. Somebody sees it, and it's no better fulfillment you can get. But like I said, it's a lot to talk about. We get into it. Just quick recap. Last time, our last episode was about Game 5, and Warriors went on to close out Game 6.
They did.
We're not gonna go into all the detail. Everybody know what happened.
Shout out to Draymond.
Shout out to Draymond. Shout out to the Warriors. Shout out to Clay, Andrew Wiggins, those guys on top. And salute to their success and the grind that they put in.
Yes, sir.
And they were rewarded with a trophy for their hard work. So just shout out. But man, it's been a hell of a week, man. What you got for us?
Man, I think we got some stuff this week, man.
Hey,
Just to give everybody a quick recap, we're gonna touch on a couple things, man. We got Drake. You know, it's been a week since that album came out.
Drake and Beyonce getting into the house
Drake,
music, techno scene.
Break My Soul is going crazy right now. Drake got 3 house bangers.
Bangers.
Like I'm talking about, listen here, he has 3.
Yes.
He's got 3 like house mixes.
Wow.
On that album. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because we gonna get into it because I know you into the scene. It's weird because it's really our music. Let's just start with that, and we get into the other thing. Let's just start with it because we already started there.
Well, well, if that's what we got a couple things we're gonna talk about, but the first thing we're gonna touch on, we here with it. We might as well go ahead and talk about it. Drake came out with an album called Honestly Nevermind. And the first thing I thought about was like, dang man, him and Future might be on to something because Future's was Honestly I Never Liked You, and then his was Honestly Never Not Mine. So I'm thinking like, hey man, what a time to be alive. 2 got to be coming out.
Thank you. Like, let's start that. Take me down a little bit, my head. This is a little loud. That's all. But thank you. Like, we have to talk about it because, like I said, I'm speaking about this a week later. And whenever you get Drake telling you he's going to release an album, this is what, year 13 on the mainstream, right. Even though we know he's probably been doing this for about 16 years.
Right.
Since 06. And I think Comeback Season came out 07. Room for Improvement came out 06. So you're expecting a Drake album, a sound that you've been hearing for 16 years.
Correct.
And then me, I would just look at it. I'm looking at the competitive nature of hip hop. Since you've dropped Certified Lover Boy, you have Cole, who's damn near killing every verse. Probably at the hottest verse of the year with Johnny P's Caddy. And then Kendrick once again does what he does, dropping what people are deeming another classic. So when you're looking at the competitive nature of this, you're like, oh man, what does Drake have to say? What is he about to give us? And on first listen, I'm like, this nigga gave us a house album. He gave us a Diet Donda album.
Oh man.
So I'm coming. And he dropped it on the night too, where the Warriors were winning, and because the album came out at midnight. So I'm already like in the mode, like, all right, let me watch the Warriors. I'm already tired, so I'm trying to listen to the album. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can tell I'm not about to like this shit. It's a lot of techno shit. He's not rapping in pocket.
Yeah,
I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
So I'm just skipping because I'm like, I could tell it's about to be a whole bunch of bullshit.
Facts.
And it was just pretty much dance music. So that was my initial thoughts. I'm talking about initial thoughts.
Okay.
Thank you. On to you. I'm just saying, I just wanted to get our initial thoughts.
And because we, like I said, we are rap connoisseurs, and we understand that Drake came into this game as a rapper, as a hip hop artist. Me personally, I have to say that this album was bad just off that alone. And I know I'm gonna contradict myself, but if we talking about rap, if we talking about hip hop, the album was bad because the only song that you could really judge his rapping off of is 2 songs, Sticky and then Jimmy Crooks?
Yeah.
But
going back before we get into this, I'm just saying we also have to understand with Drake, with this being year 13 mainstream.
Yeah.
Best I Never Had so far gone came out 09.
He's reinventing himself.
He's always was in other lanes. He's always dipped his toe in it. Like I said, if you look at even as early as you can even look at So Far Gone. If you look at the first some of the singles on there, not singles, but songs on there, he had tracks like A Little Bit. He has tracks like Unstoppable.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
I'll give you that.
Then you go to 2011. He really didn't have too much of that on Thank Me Later. 2011, Take Care. I'll Take Care of You.
Yeah.
2013, he has Hold On, We're Going Home.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? So he did that, and then he kind of did more of those type of singles on More Life, where he's getting. It wasn't like this particular beat. Mostly, what was it? Get Together, but that was also a house beat.
I don't.
And then you
Yeah.
had songs like Blim,
Oh
Madiba
man.
Rhythm. Well, I'm just saying he messed
Yeah.
with other lanes. He dipped his toe into other lanes.
And I mean, and we gotta try to keep it forward. But I really
Yeah.
think as much as and Drake probably wouldn't admit this, but that's really like I think that's really Kanye energy or him being able to do that is because he was such a fan of Kanye. I think that what's the word when somebody not like tutelage, but when they come up with like when a person is a big part of their like inspiration or their makeup. Like I don't know. I'm probably not saying it the right way, but a lot of him being able to try things and be able to be versatile, I think is because he was so inspired
Think,
by Kanye.
and if you look at it, pretty much, and a great pod, people need to go look. These guys did a series on Drake albums called Rank Me Later.
Yeah, shout out to them
Um,
guys.
they were dope. But they even talked about something that, it's crazy you mentioned Kanye. Because if you look at something like So Far Gone,
Yeah,
it's pretty much 808 and Heartbreaks on steroids. You get what I'm saying? That type of inspiration. Well, I'm just talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
where you could see the sound of where rap was transitioning to.
Correct. Absolutely,
Even he did Say You Will.
absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? So that's just fast forwarding that. Going back to our initial thoughts, and I fed into it. I'm in it. Oh, this shit trash. What the
I
fuck is he
did. I
doing?
know.
No, I'm saying I'm calling it trash because I'm expecting a Drake album. I want a hip hop album.
Mm.
And this is how I will say how arrogant he is, but this is how you know how good he is. Because what was one of his tweets or one of his quotes? He said, "A lot of y'all won't get it."
Mm.
He said, "A lot of y'all won't get it. I understand. A lot of y'all won't get it." And now shifting to it, and it's odd that I saw your initial reaction, and I know you will probably come along on it quicker. I mean, start liking it better because, like I said, talk about what the album is. It's not a hip hop album. Just explain what it is, what type of album it is.
Okay, before we get into it, the reason why we or I would say I deem the album bad is because we got to keep it honest, man. If we crucify Jay-Z for Kingdom Come, we have to crucify every hip hop artist that puts out bullshit because if the great can take that type of criticism and then come back with what did he come back with that after that Magna Carta? American Gangster. But if he was able to follow it up, like even though Drake did this, Drake, you still owe us a rap album, just rap, and you still owe us an R&B album, just R&B. I'm sorry, I'm a
Let,
fan. We gotta have it. But getting back to what you were
let's
saying,
hold on though, because you mentioned Jay, and I don't want to bounce around too much, but I think those sentiments are true now. Were true. I won't say now, but those sentiments you said were true in 2006. This is 16 years later. And I like one of the takes that Joe Budden said. He said, "You can tell Drake is free now." And me being older, having 30, being 32, about to be 33, what's the word that's been big on me lately? The two
accountability.
words are, what's three? Accountability, perspective, grace. But I have more perspective. And I can understand a guy saying, I've given y'all 13 years mainstream of the same shit, 16 years mainstream of the same shit. I done fucked all the women. For real, I done talked to all of y'all about fame. I
Yeah.
done talked to all of y'all about success. It's something where a person could say, I just want to make the music I want to make. And I want to try something new. And then two, there is more lanes than just hip hop.
But I
I
don't.
think we pigeonhole our artists. And I'm just saying, like, of course now you about to see a whole house wave. And people gonna be
Right.
like, niggas, no, we been house. So of course they gonna start
No,
wanting to
no, no,
gatekeep this
no, no,
shit.
no. We ain't
No, I'm
gonna
just
do
saying
that.
you're gonna see
But
niggas
you're
who
right
want
though.
to
I got you. I
gatekeep.
got you. I got you.
But
Yeah.
it's something about an artist saying there is a more people that I can reach. It's more people that just listen to just hip hop. There are other lanes of music. Like I think even what's his name? It's slipping my mind. Oh, let's do it. What's that nigga name?
Waka Flocka.
Waka Flocka. He's been doing EDM for years.
Yeah.
Uh, Pleasure P. He released on his
He
Instagram.
just jumped into it because he said everybody doing house. But it's crazy
No,
that
but he
is.
said this is a song he released over in London. And I even think it's weird how sometimes we're late to the party. Because I even remember Mario, and we about to get into him.
Hey, you know what?
But
The
I
fact that
remember
these
like
names is coming
2012,
up.
he said he was talking about getting into that London sound, that dance hall, not that dance hall sound, that techno sound, that EDM sound. So I can understand Drake wanting to get into that lane. But now going into it, sitting with it a week later. Now, like I said, it's not an album I'm gonna play at the crib. I'm gonna
That's
work
not a.
out to, but I can tell in that environment. I just came from Mexico, Temptation Resort, and all the black people we talked about, like, damn, this ain't no fucking music I can twerk to. This ain't no music, but that's the only music they was playing
I'll say.
was just straight house dance techno
I'll
music.
see. I'll say this, and you gonna understand. This is a story that we could tell for everybody. So, man, me and Troy, we had a great summer. What was that summer? What was it? 2010. What was the summer we was in? It was 2010, right? All right. So me and Troy, we had a great summer. You know what I'm saying? My mom was out the crib. She gave us the house for the summer. So
Hmm.
we had the house for the summer. It's like the best summer we ever had. And like one of our theme music for if we was about to go out or if we was about to go to a party or have a good time, we would play Omarion Entourage. We play Omarion Entourage just to kind of get in the mood. And I'm bringing this song up to kind of go to a next topic, but what I'm saying
It
is
was
is that like,
Entourage, and another one we was playing was what was that? Usher, baby, let me love you
oh
down.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's so many ways to love you.
Oh
Like
man.
we was
Oh my
grooving.
god. Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
god. And what
Same type of beat. It's crazy how
it
life
was
come full
it
circle.
was just but really what Drake album is just feel good music. Like the people that I've been talking, I mean, that I've been watching the comments, they like, man, I'll put this shit on. I done got so much work done at the crib. But he has 3 songs on
Yeah.
there. Massive, Calling My Name, and
Sticky.
and Sticky. And if
Some people
and
like
if you
text go green, but
Text
I'm
Go
not a
Green is fair, but if you're really a fan of Drake, A Keeper is another good one. He has 4 songs that can be played in any house groove, any EDM groove right now.
but just
And,
explain
and
that group because like I said, that's why I wanted you to get into what the type of music
so
is.
so the reason so like I said, as a hip hop artist, like I'm gonna have to say the album was trash because we didn't get to hear you gotta rap. Like with us, you gonna have to rap every day of the week. So if you ain't rapping, your shit is automatically bad. So from that perspective, wasn't a lot of rapping. I'm gonna say it's a bad album. But from a house perspective, like the way that on like on the songs that were great, he let the beat build. Like the house is about letting the beat build because you expecting your DJ to do something with the music. So and like Calling My Name, he lets the beat build, and Massive, he lets the beat build. He did a great job of letting the music really do what it was supposed to do, giving it the freedom, you know what I'm saying, so that people can groove out and vibe out. I think he did a great job with this album from a house perspective, but it wasn't no rapping in it. So of course,
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I had to like where I say I'm gonna judge myself and I'm gonna hold myself accountable and say I gotta grow and I have to be objective was I had to just understand it's not a rap album.
it's not a rap album.
It's not a rap album. And people, of course, people gonna be, well, this bullshit. You want to grade Drake on the curb? It's trash. But I'm like, no, just riding around with you. I'm like, oh damn.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, all right, this another one. This another one. I even threw it on for Britt. Like we just
Man.
listened, getting ready to head out, do some work, and she like, oh. But like I say, if we're sometimes in a vacuum,
Mm-hmm.
and this is not to go off subject, but like you always see the examples where some black people be like, all y'all care about is R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. Why y'all not trying to get the white folks that be messing with people? Well, we're black. We only gonna talk about R. Kelly and Bill Cosby.
Cause right.
I'm just saying, we're not in none of the media we watch or consume even those other people will come up. So what I say is we have to broaden our horizons. We're only looking at, damn nigga, oh, this ain't no hip hop album. This ain't no Lil Baby, or this ain't no Kendrick.
Right, right,
This ain't no Griselda. This bullshit.
right.
Of course, it's gonna be trash if you looking at it from that lens.
Right.
But if you go, like I said, I just came from Temptation. I just came from a resort.
Yeah,
And
niggas,
that's all that we had to beg them to play like
niggas definitely
a
checking that
birthday set.
passport.
We had to beg them to play like a birthday set, watch out for the birthday bit, for my wife. We had to ask the DJ to play that. If not, it's just all that music, niggas voguing. I done seen the Drake memes. Let's just let the cat out the bag. A lot of people want to say this is music that gay people would listen to.
Right.
But you have to understand that music is broad. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I get into it. I'm voguing. I'm like, dog. They had to see. Yeah, y'all probably.
I mean, if we're being,
but that's what it
house
originates
music
from.
Initially was originated. That was
From
like,
what? Just a quick history. It comes from disco.
Yep.
And then what? Why was it called house music? Because it was originally called warehouse music. A bunch of gay men would get in the warehouse, and they was doing those parties and dancing.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, and that's where it came from. So as them dancing, I can't hear what you said. So like I said, they're coming from
They're
that.
having a ball.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're dancing, having fun. Then other people start coming. Hey, this the vibe y'all on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you took me to Spotlight, I'm like, oh wow, it's a different vibe.
It's a different vibe.
People having fun, energy. You letting the music take over you, and
that's really what it's about. And I want to jump into, man. Like, that's why I appreciated the album. Like, you have it to where like more life. It was the sound. You know what I'm saying? He did a real good job with the sound, and that's what I want to talk about. How we're gonna segue, because
one more before we segue. I'm sorry, I don't want to do that. Another thing is, I hate cutting you off, but even Detroit, we got to even realize our contribution to the scene.
Absolutely.
That whole Godzilla, or even just growing up back in the day when you hear
I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say it like this, and I'm gonna get killed, man. People talk about like Chicago is where it's at when it pertains to the house music, and they give New Jersey and Baltimore and all these places. But right now, the house scene in Detroit is bigger than it's ever been. I'm talking about when it come to like when it come to Thursday through Saturday, if you really trying to have a house function, if you really trying to get into a house groove, Detroit is where it's at.
But I'm talking about just even when we younger, the mixes. I'm just saying, even the mix we used to hear on the radio,
TV lounge, Spotlight.
Even the mixes we used to hear riding around. Let's have sex
on the beach. Playing with the sand. Yeah. That's you and me. Hand in hand. Come on.
But I'm saying that's Detroit music. That's what we grew up to. So, like I said, Drake, if you're looking at it from a hip hop lens, because my people, they all you standing.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. But like I said, if you're gonna keep yourself in a box and that's all you're gonna listen to is boom bap, you still want to listen to the '90s, relive the golden days. This is a bad album for you. But if you want to get out, have fun, go to enjoy yourself, have a ball, as my sister said, who's on the sideline. That's the type of thing, you're going to enjoy this type of music, man.